film my face for a minute.
No,
please.
I will film your face.
No, I don't need to film my face.
Yeah, well, you
because
shouldn't move
as much as
towards...
you have a right of way as a member of the public,
Yeah.
I am also a member of the public.
Okay, I'm filming for public.
That's
You should know
absolutely
that
fine,
I
but
can
you don't
film.
need to film my face.
I will film your. I will film your face.
No, don't film my face.
What are you gonna do?
Do you have
ID on you? Getting calls of suspicious people again, so
Would that
I know
be
you're over there by the library, so...
Would that be a misdemeanor or a felony?
What?
Suspicion.
Well, you're...
Because according to 34285,
right,
3.5, I'm not.
Now you're on private property.
No.
Can I get your guys' names?
Why would I need to identify to you?
Well, you're actually entering our grounds now.
Entering.
Entering
is past there.
If you want to videotape, you can videotape past the point of entry.
In a seemingly routine street scene, a female officer turns aggressive just because she was filmed from public property. She misquotes the law, tries to assert dominance, but gets exposed on camera. Why would an officer fear being filmed? What are they trying to hide?
Filming.
What are you filming for? Anything exciting?
Not yet.
Not
Are you
yet.
Are you exciting?
I don't know, am I?
Could you identify?
Sorry?
Could you identify
Identify what?
yourself?
I don't need to, do I? Hello, you're right.
Do you not? I think you do when a member of the public asks you to identify. You should really.
You can see my warrant number. You can see my warrant
Is that how
number.
you'd identify to a judge?
To a judge?
Yeah. Would you just do that? Would you?
That's a bit different though, isn't it?
Well, why is it different? You serve the public, do you not?
You're not a judge, are you?
I'm certainly not a judge.
Well, there we go then, so I don't have to.
I'm a member of the public though, and you
So
serve the public.
if you ask me nicely what my name is.
What's your name, miss?
My name?
Yes.
My name's Ali.
Okay. Nice.
Alright?
Cool.
Okay, cool. So what are you doing?
Making a video.
What are you making a video for?
Brighton police station video.
Police station video.
I like the colourful cars. I don't think that. Yeah.
Not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
Do you have any ID on you at all?
No. Why would I?
Well, just because you're taking a video of the police station and I'm not
Is that a-
wondering why.
is that a
Well,
problem?
It can be.
Why?
Yes.
Why could it be?
Why?
Yeah. How can it be a problem? What can I possibly do?
Well, what do you think? This current day and age.
What current day and age?
Okay. Can you just not film my face for a minute,
No, I
please?
will film your
No,
face.
I don't need to film my face.
Yeah, well, you
because
shouldn't
as
move
much as
towards...
you have a right of way as a member of the public,
Yeah.
I am also a member of the public.
Okay, I'm filming for public.
That's
You should know
absolutely
that I
fine,
can
but you don't need to film my face.
I will film your.
that
I
way.
will film your face.
No, don't film my face.
What are you gonna do?
Do you have ID on
What are you gonna do about it?
Okay, under Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, I require you
Section
to
1 of
provide-
PACE.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
that's a search power actually.
It is a search power.
So what are you searching
Currently,
for?
well, at the moment.
So am I
you're-
detained?
No, I haven't said you're detained.
Oh, why are you bringing up Section 1 of PACE? Let's get this right now, yeah. Let's not make any mistakes now,
why
yeah.
are you videoing me?
Because I want to.
Because you want to.
So you were saying something about Section 1 of PACE. Let me hear that.
Okay, no, you carry on. You want to talk, obviously.
No, I want to
you
hear
want to
you
talk.
talk about
So, what questions do you have for us?
police code of practice. Let me hear about the PACE.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, you were saying something about Section 1. No, let's hear about that. Let's hear about that. Yeah, I'm gonna film your face.
What I'll do, I'll film my face. That's
Yeah, I
absolutely
will.
fine. I'm gonna go this way now, and I'm just gonna go speak to the supervisor. Are you alright just monitoring?
Monitoring what?
So you don't come in the police station?
I know you've got signage, so I won't come in. It's fine. There's signage there, so there's no implied right of access.
If someone's filming for security reasons, it's a security.
Okay, how am I breaching your security? You see how she tried to apply a bit of pressure, and when I wasn't having it, she backpedaled quickly. So that's a sign of a bully. Do you understand? You know what a bully will pick on someone until they kind of fight back, and then they won't. So I'm not implying that you are. I'm just saying, learn from that and make sure you don't never act like that with a member of the public.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand? Good. Would you mind identifying yourself?
Yeah, my name's Alicia, so my shoulder number's there.
Okay. Hello, Alicia.
You've got better things to do today than just
No.
film a police station.
No. So if I was to run away, do you reckon you could catch me?
I wouldn't chase you.
Can you just stand back of the boundary, please? You're not on a public right away there. You're in the police station. You can get arrested for trespass.
You'll be arrested
You sure?
for trespassing if you don't back off.
What offence is that?
Go back to.
What offence is trespass?
Go back on.
Don't
Go
touch
back
me,
on
don't
then.
touch me.
I'm
don't
allowed to
touch
touch you to remove you from property.
Trespass is not an
can't
offence.
pass it.
You
Film
can't.
as much as you like, but you don't come over that boundary there, because then
What-
you're in the police
what-
station. You
why
can be
does it- why does it
arrested for
matter if I'm- why
trespass.
does-
No,
trespass
I'm
is
gonna
a
just
civil
move you
matter.
back. That's the pavement.
Can you not touch me?
Well, don't
So are we
touch
going to
me,
argue
don't
over this?
touch.
Are we going to argue over this little piece
No,
of
I'm
tarmac?
going now. You stay on the pavement and you're
Okay.
absolutely fine.
You can't arrest me for
Take care.
trespass. Yeah, you're dismissed. Go away, weirdo.
I don't need to arrest you because you're not doing
Yeah, what was that about Section 1 of PACE? Yeah, you bottled it. Yeah, you bottled it. You bottled it. You bottled it. Yeah, I will enjoy my video, and I'll come back on. I'll come back on your property as well.
It's time. Enjoy. Can you get back out?
I'm literally, what difference does it make if I'm stood there or here?
I'm going to say this to you once and
Right.
once only. This is a public domain, okay?
Yeah, I know.
This wall.
And I can film your face in public
Yeah,
as
you
well.
can film my. Well, I'm not in public at the moment, though, am I? I'm in
I
the
can
police
film you
station.
there as well.
Right.
Anything I can see from public.
Right, instead of talking over me, can you please listen?
I'm listening.
Okay. You can stand in the public domain.
You can't
which
arrest
is on
me for
this wall.
trespass either. You'll be sued if you do that.
Well, try
There's
and see
what
then,
offence?
that's
What
fine.
offence? What offence
I'm
is
saying
trespass?
to you, you cannot come into the police station, okay? This is the pavement, the public domain. You can stay there, that's absolutely fine.
Right, dismissed. Bye, weirdo.
We've got paperwork.
You're a weirdo, man. Go away.
We've got better stuff to do.
Yeah, you don't though. You don't. Your supervisor gave you advice and now you backpedaled. What's going on? Can you have a word with that lady, please?
What's going on?
Can you identify?
Yeah. So what happened? I mean, I just walked by, so
She tried to say that I couldn't film. She tried to put her hands on me.
Okay.
She tried to threaten me with section 1 of PACE.
Okay.
She tried to tell me that I could be arrested for trespassing.
Okay.
As you know, trespass is a civil matter.
You see, like,
You shouldn't wear that. You're defacing the British flag by wearing that. That's a gang sign. You shouldn't really be wearing that.
Okay, right. We'll go now.
Yeah, have you learned something
Okay,
today?
so we're
You've
gonna
learned a
draw-
few things today, yeah?
okay. All right, we're going to draw.
And it's a
cases.
requirement for you to carry your designation
Yeah,
card.
we have it in our pocket notebook, so we
It's all
have
in
every.
there.
Yeah.
All right, let me see it.
Yeah, it's not about you.
The member of the
seeing it
public's
either.
asking for it right
Yeah.
now. I'm requiring
Yeah,
you
I
to
mean,
show me your
if
designation
you go
card.
online, you'll be able to see it. But
I'm not online now, am I? I'm asking
yeah,
you.
But you know what I'm saying is, my colleague has explained to you, if you don't step into this private property, you are more than welcome to film on the road, whatever you're doing. I think there is another gentleman who is skateboarding. You know, they are happily doing that. But if you wanted to film in that, that's fine enough. Okay. All right.
Well, we'll see you later.
See you later. Bye.
When power is abused, only legal knowledge can protect you. This man didn't flinch. He stood his ground because he knew the law. Let this be a wake-up call. Every citizen has the right to film in public, and no one, not even the police, has the right to take that away. A citizen simply filming in public, suddenly suspected, questioned, and illegally asked for ID. When officers act above the law, who will push back? He did. But what would you do if it were you standing there, camera in hand?
How you doing today?
You have any ID on you? Getting calls of suspicious people again, so
Would
I
that
know
be
you're over there by the library, so
would that be a misdemeanor or felony?
what?
Suspicion.
Well, you're
Because according to
trespassing.
34285,
right, but you're-
3.5, I'm not.
Now you're on private property though.
No, this is a sidewalk.
But you were over here earlier.
No, I was not.
Okay, that's what they're.
The camera doesn't lie.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Are you gonna let me see your camera?
So according to this,
Are you gonna let me see your camera?
no,
Okay, so I don't know.
Not-
You're
I
voting
mean,
against theirs, right?
not unless you're going to
Well,
arrest me for something.
You have your ID on you?
This code right here, specifically,
nothing to
yes,
do- what does it say?
huh?
What
It's
is it?
35285.3.5,
Right.
failure to ID. It only says I have to ID if I'm being charged with a crime. Do you suspect me of a crime?
Yeah, trespassing.
Show, I need, what's your reasonable
Do
articulable
you have
suspicion?
ID?
What is your reasonable articulable
asking you for ID.
suspicion?
I'm asking you for ID.
What is your reasonable articulable
'Cause I asked
suspicion?
you.
I'm not under any requirement.
What's that?
That's my Fifth Amendment right.
What's that got to do with
I'm
it?
invoking it to remain silent. I'm not going to waive it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to speak to you without my lawyer at this point.
Well, you want to call him?
I don't answer questions.
See, now you don't want to talk to him. I'm going to read this, okay? You want to go?
What's your badge number,
on
sir?
Property?
What's your badge number, sir?
3900.
You've been very professional. Thank you.
I know. See, like I said, the complaint we had was using videoing cars in here.
What's your name, sir?
Where?
What's your badge number?
6671.
Are you ILEA certified?
Yes.
So you would know about asking for ID.
You don't want to answer mine,
You're a
I'm not
public
gonna answer
servant.
yours.
You have to.
No,
You're under
no.
an obligation. You're a
I'm
public
not.
servant.
No, you can talk
Public
to my
servant.
chief.
Bring him down here. I'd love
No,
to.
You can talk to him.
Okay, I'll go there next.
Stop in it right down the road.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in the building, but if he wants to come outside, that'd be great.
That's a public building. You can go. The lobby's fine.
Well, this is a public building. I mean,
But it's also private property.
it uses government resources.
But it's
So,
also
but
private
if they said I'm over here, this is still public access. You realize that?
private property.
You,
If they don't want you on their property,
look,
they can say
handicaps. Nobody's come out here and said that, and I have to be given the right to leave. Nobody's come out here and asked me to leave.
I can
If you're
ask
going to
you
say
to-
for
that's all right.
trespassing,
You just-
if you're going to say trespassing, I have to be given the right to leave. Nobody's asked me to leave.
Well, when I was talking to you earlier,
Yes, sir.
it was a little unusual because we don't have someone walk around videotaping, so just out of the ordinary. Why I was down there earlier, so I haven't been in to talk with them there, but it could be that they're a little bit afraid to come out because you never know these days what'll happen.
What do you mean what'll happen? I have I have a Nikon, not a Canon.
I understand, but but I'm just saying, how they, people doing things nowadays. You don't know if somebody's got a weapon on them, if they're gonna. If they're
I'm totally unarmed.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give you that. I mean, I have no weapons on me whatsoever.
Because sometimes people do a lot of research, before they. That's why
this is Division of Family Resources, not to mention the WIC building.
Oh, yeah.
This is a government entity. If they rent space out of here and they have a public parking area, it's public.
Well, it's public access.
Yeah, public access, which means I have a right to be on it if I need to be on it.
Right.
If I want to walk through here and walk around and do the horseshoe, that's fine. That's my business to be on here to see if the WIC office is maintaining their property. If the taxpayer dollars is getting the trash out of here, making sure it's not, there's not enough parking. Everybody's parking on the streets. Everybody's parking where they're not supposed to be parking. So if I wanted to walk through here and count all the parking spaces, nobody can tell me no. I have business on the property if I was even on the property, which I was not.
You stayed on the sidewalk?
Other than when a guy was walking with his child, I entered the public easement area over on this side.
There, yeah. Okay.
Yes. I've never where you're standing.
Right. I know, but you understand.
Over on this side.
There, yeah. Okay.
Yes. I've never where you're standing.
Right. I know, but you understand, he just asked you for ID just to know who you are, so we know you're not a convicted felon, criminal, anybody that would have bad intentions.
Well, how do I know you're not?
Well, because I am in uniform.
Well, that doesn't mean you don't have any internal affairs investigations upon you or him for criminal activity.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we wouldn't be working the street if we had criminal activity suspicion.
I have no idea. I don't know what your policies are.
Okay. I know you say you're not from around here, so. So you from Indiana?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, it's just what I'm saying is we would be gone already. Just show an ID. You're legit. Everything's cool. We're out of here.
But I haven't broken a law.
I understand, but that's what the way the call came in about being in it.
But where's the proof?
We'll figure that out. Don't worry.
I'll say, where's the proof?
I understand that's what he was checking.
Okay. Am I being detained?
I believe so.
So I'm free to go.
He's got your card there.
Well, I've got a dozen more.
Do you?
I just need that one because it has his fingerprints on it.
Okay. Sure.
Or he can have it, whichever I determine.
Yeah, it's your card, so.
But I'm not being detained.
I'm not detaining you, no.
Is he detaining me?
He didn't say he was, so. It's kind of.
And the other guy, where's the red vehicle? The fire commissioner. You just guys allow him to park all over the sidewalk whenever he, kind of like this guy, to block the sidewalk. I noticed down there at the fire station, him and another vehicle block.
The red one?
Yeah, they block. I'm handicapped, so they block the pedestrian throughway so that way citizens have to walk in the street.
I've seen that. I know what you're talking about.
Not only that, but this guy did it too when he pulled up to go talk to him. Oh, you even got that on footage. This guy, the K9 unit.
K9? Okay.
Yeah, pulled in sideways, backed in.
I don't know who started that down there. Gosh, that's been ever since I've been here. The fire chiefs would always pull. I don't know why. They like to park in that front.
So they're exempt from the law.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is there's not. It's a whole driveway out. The sidewalk's not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like tapered. This. Yeah, it's tapered. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of.
But it's still a pedestrian throughway, because there's no garage door in the way.
Not in front of the. Right. Not in front of the.
Right. Thank you, sir. Am I being detained?
We're just waiting to see if they want you no trespass.
So am I being detained?
You are till they tell us.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
What did I just tell you?
I'd like your supervisor out here. Call a supervisor because you're illegally detaining me. You cannot show me. You cannot show me what I'm doing wrong. Are you illegally detaining me?
We'll find you.
I'm in a bright freaking vest. Of course you're going to find me.
Am I holding you?
I'm asking if I'm being detained.
Am I holding you?
Am I being detained?
Am I detaining you?
Am I being detained?
Am I detaining
you? Or
you?
am I free to go?
Bye.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay, right?
Bye. On the sidewalk, right.
I've always been on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Or the public easement.
How long is your battery good for?
Considering I have several battery backups, about 18 hours. Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
I said, excuse me. I don't want to walk between you guys and get shot or tased.
Oh, well, I guarantee
I'm gonna go
we're
that
not gonna
way.
shoot at each other with you walking between
Well,
us.
I just want to make sure I'm giving you
You
notice
got plenty
because
of
I want to see if there's any emergency lights
you got
on.
Plenty path there. Emergency lights, you. not see
Yeah, I
the
mean,
light
he's
bar on top?
well. A lot of times the officers, no lights in the front, emergency lights in the rear. He doesn't have any emergency lights. He's parked in a no parking area. I just want to see.
No parking sign?
You tell
I
me.
don't see a no parking sign.
Okay. I do see him blocking the driveway though. The entry
Where?
right there on the curve. If I was parked there, I'd get a ticket. But I don't see the emergency.
Okay. All right. Well, they don't want you on the property, so as long as you stay off the property.
Well,
you're good.
don't shoot anybody. Don't tase anybody. Don't sick your dog. And don't beat your wife.
This
either.
wasn't just an exchange, it was a powerful stand fueled by legal knowledge. When faced with unjust pressure, he didn't back down. The lesson is clear. Citizens have the right to film in public, and no one has the authority to strip that away. Know your rights, because knowing the law is how you defend your freedom. A group of citizens stood on public ground, cameras in hand, only to be confronted, threatened, and pushed back by prison officers. But they didn't back down. When authority crosses legal lines, who will stand firm? What would you do when a simple camera becomes your shield against abuse of power?
And here's the no trespassing. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this guy.
How's it going?
Good, man.
Good, good.
What am I doing? It's a video camera. Videotape.
Right.
How you doing?
Hi, how's it going? We don't have very many people come out here with video cameras. Can I ask what you guys are doing? Or?
We're out here videotaping. It says no trespassing there. We're not going past that. This is a public road, right? Open to the public. So that's what we're doing. We're going to come here and we're going to film from here as your colleagues come out here to give you backup, it looks like, huh? So we're not doing anything illegal, bro. What's the issue? You want to identify yourself? Your authority lies in your boundaries, not out on a public highway. So you don't want to talk? Is that what you're saying? You don't want to talk? Huh? Wow, man, you're a sheep. Look at these guys. Failure to identify. Yep, turn around, run away. It's just what I thought. We're on a public road, man. You don't want, I'm cordial to you. Get your ass back in there now. Go where you belong. You don't belong out here, man. Just go, leave us alone. Just leave us alone. We're not doing anything wrong. Here's the visitor center right here. I'm gonna get his license to identify. So here we have a correctional officer outside of his boundaries. Ask him what we're doing. We told him, and he fails to identify himself. You should just identify yourself. I'm going to find out who you are. B. Anderson? Okay, that's good. So they all turned around. There's a guard shack. They all walked back in. They're waiting for B. Anderson to leave.
Okay. So, can I get your guys' names?
Why would I need to identify to you?
Well, you're actually entering our grounds now.
Entering.
Entering
is past there.
If you want to videotape, you can videotape past the point of entry.
Right. Are you?
You guys are on our property now, and you guys have the permission to be here.
Right?
You guys need to go out to get
It's
to the
state property, correct? State, which is government, which is paid for by taxpayers.
I've just been in touch with the PIO.
Right. There's your sign right there, B. You don't have a no trespassing sign back there. We know our boundaries. This is still open to the public right here.
I'm just letting you know. Are you guys refusing to give me your guys' name?
I don't need to identify you. To you, who are you? You're not.
Okay.
We've broken no laws.
Filming in public is by law not
Okay.
Is this the visitor center? Is that correct?
Are you guys' intent to walk further around, or are you guys gonna stay right here?
No. Is this a visitor center?
You guys gonna stop right here, correct?
That's what I told you. Is this a visitor center?
Like I said, you guys need to go to the entrance. You guys are actually.
Yeah, I heard you. Let me ask you: is this a visitor center?
No, and I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Well, then I don't need to go back there.
If you have any further questions, you can address.
So you're not going to tell me if that's a visitor center when the sign says.
Obviously, you guys are being uncooperative. So.
Well, why do I need to cooperate when you're telling me I need to go back out there when I don't have to?
We've abided by all the rules and signs.
I'm asking you guys to.
But you accosted us before we got to.
Yeah. It's no trespassing there, man. I'm here. I have every legal right to stand right here. So if you want to call law enforcement out here, call them. Do what you want. And they'll come out and tell you what we're doing is perfectly legal. We're not on your grounds.
And it's state property.
Yeah, it's state property.
First Amendment right to film in public.
Yeah, we're in public filming.
We're not causing any harm. We have no ill intent or ill will.
They're just telling you this to tell us because they're just trying to intimidate us by telling you to try to tell us we're on your property. That's where the boundary is, right there. This is all perfectly right here. See that sign? Visitor Information Center. So I do not have to go back to the street. You got a visitor center right here that that I'm able to come into, and he's telling me he won't answer if it's a visitor center. Your sign says it, telling me I got to go way back there. This is open to the public.
Is there a point to any of this?
No, I just made a statement.
I know, and we're just asking why you guys are out here.
Why do you need to know that?
Because we don't usually get people out here videotaping.
That's okay. Surprise, surprise.
Okay, well,
First time
You
for
know,
everything.
we're not
well,
going.
like I said, your guys' intent is you're not going to walk any further on the ground, right?
No, dude,
So you guys
we
gonna
don't look
stay right here?
stupid, man.
Okay. All right.
Okay, First Amendment.
Hey, we believe in the First Amendment ourselves. But our job is to check out any unusual occurrence.
We understand that. You can come up to us and ask whatever we want. We don't have to respond. But I'll tell you right now, when this officer, B. Anderson, tells us that we're on your property and we have to go past that sign, that's bullshit. Okay? That is bullshit. So don't be telling me lies because that's shameful.
Well, I don't believe he's telling you a lie. I'm not aware exactly where the property line is.
Look, right there. No trespassing. This is a public road.
So that may be news to us, but don't be telling like we're lying.
You work here. You should know these things.
Well, you should know these things as a correctional officer.
We know a few things.
Well, you don't know this, though. So it's
Yeah,
good.
they do.
Well, that's great.
You know, now we're educating you and you know your boundaries.
Yeah. So you can thank us later.
Yeah, you can thank us. We accept the apology that you told us something wrong because you were misinformed by your superior. I understand, man.
I'm not here to cause any problems.
We're not trying to elevate anything. It's just that when you tell me something that is incorrect,
Have I told you something that was incorrect?
Not you, Anderson.
You
Okay.
think-
Like I said, I was asking you guys to go out to the front to where the Y is.
because
Right
you
there,
said
because-
we're on your property.
Right. This is. I believe that this is state property right here. So, but okay. But your intent is not to go any further on. And you guys
That's
want
the
to
fourth
videotape,
time
you
you've
guys
asked
say
that, and the
that's your-
fourth time
that's your right,
I'll
so-
say no. But the thing is, when you say you believe this is your property, this is open to the public. There's a sign right there, so
Okay,
you cannot
all right, well,
stop me
just
from
go ahead
coming
and,
in
you know,
here.
You're not going to walk any further on, so you can stay right there, and we're good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
When what? We're waiting for LEO to come out?
All right. We'll like I said, just go ahead and do your guys' thing, but don't step any further onto our property.
No, we don't intend to. We never had that intention. We're not coming out here to trespass or
How else would we know that but to ask?
what?
We wouldn't know that but to ask you.
That's okay. What did I say? I said you're entitled to come out and talk to us. I don't have to talk, but I will. I am. All I'm saying is when you come out and you want to ask questions like, who are you? What's your name? I don't need to ID you. There's no reason to. You know, you have no authority to ask me for ID. I do not have to ID to you, correct?
Are you a sworn officer?
No, I ask the question first, and then we'll go back and I'll answer your question. That's how it works.
No one's looking for confrontation.
Well, see, I'm not either, but you're not answering my question. You want to I ask a question. That's how it is in life. You ask a question, I'm cordial. You answer, and then you ask me a question, I'll answer you.
I can tell you I have the authority to ID anyone that's on the ground. If you believe this isn't on the ground, then you know,
No, I don't
maybe
believe.
stop.
I know. I did a geo map. Plus, it's open to the public here. It's state property. If you didn't want us to come to this point, the trespassing sign would be back there, and this would not be open to the public. That's just common sense. So, you know. Now you know, and it's all good. So at this point, like I said, we're not planning on going any farther than this. You said, well, we'll just wait. So what are we waiting for?
What is your guys' intention of?
There you go. You guys are a tag team. You don't answer a question.
They keep asking the same
This
question.
is just bizarre to us. That's all.
What's that?
We've both been here a long time. We've never seen this before.
We are independent journalists, not with any organization. And we are expressing our First Amendment rights to film in public. Anything that's in plain view can be filmed. It's that simple. There's your answer.
That's it. We go out to see that our rights are not violated by filming in public. That's what we do.
Too many people are afraid of these cameras, yet we're being filmed everywhere you go. And yet this freaks people out like so.
We're not. Like I said, we were just wondering why you guys were out here.
You know now.
We came and caught like we were carrying guns or something.
Well, I didn't know what you guys intended. Like I said, you guys are walking down our residence area.
Yeah, a publicly accessible
That is
road.
our property. This is our property. So, like I said, you're on our property.
Right.
Your intentions are not to go any further right now. You guys are obviously
Right.
videotaping for some reason. So,
Oh man, now we got the suit coming out. Who's this, the warden? Look at all these trucks coming up. More backup?
Yeah. Oh boy, this is
Getting in a huddle.
yeah, got a huddle. Hey, those escapees over there? People out in the field.
And now we got others coming up. Man, we got a whole crew.
Alright. Oh. Sure.
Hi, how are you?
Good, doing good. How about yourself?
Good, good. I'm Lieutenant Garcia. I'm the Public Information Officer here at CCI.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant
Uh,
Garcia at
is there-
CCI.
Any questions that I can address for you guys?
Sure. One is that we're out exercising our right to film in public, and we're on a public highway here, and we see a sign that says no trespassing there, and we see that the sign says it's a correctional facility, and we see a sign visitor information center here, which means the public can come into this area, which means I'm allowed to stand here and come in here if I choose. The issue is Officer Anderson telling us that we're on your property, which is our property, okay? State property.
Yes.
All right?
State property.
Correct, which
Correct.
is the taxes pay for this.
That's
right. The citizens pay for it. You pay for it, I pay for it, Anderson, Jones, my colleague all pays for it. So my issue is when we're out here, his superior told him that we need to go back all the way to the sign because we are not allowed on this property. When clearly that is totally wrong because I have access into here. So it's all an intimidation factor from the superiors. And I don't believe it was you. Was it you who told him that?
No, I got the call to come down here that people were filming.
Correct.
I was just seeing if you had proper permits.
What kind of permit do we need?
There is a thing for state filming on state grounds, and that's all I was coming to inquire.
Uh-huh.
See if you have that.
No,
there
we
was a
don't.
concern that maybe their gate was trying to be breached. Just coming to clarify.
That's
all I need to
fine.
know.
Hey, feel free to clarify, first of all, that we don't need a permit to film on state property. It's a First Amendment Constitution allows us to film in public. You have no expectation of privacy once you leave your home. We don't come out here with ill intent, but our whole purpose of coming out here is to teach you guys what we're doing is perfectly legal. So the next time it happens, you want to come out and ask what we're doing, we tell you, that's fine. But we don't need to tell you, I don't need to tell you my name. I don't need to tell you what I'm doing, but I'm being cordial with you guys because you guys didn't elevate it. In the beginning, he didn't want to talk to me, but we smoothed things out, okay? He came around. So my issue is when you come out, you'll be ready next time. Come out the same way, but don't tell people when you're here, they got to go all the way to the front because that's just bullshit, man. Right?
Okay. I'm not disagreeing.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I just came out here to gather some facts.
You got the
See what's going
facts.
on.
You got the facts. We're
All right.
exercising our First Amendment right to film in public. You know, there's your sign. I didn't go past the sign. I didn't go past here. You know, I didn't go past here. So, and that was my intent. My intent now, I asked you guys, what's in here? The visitor center. Is there any information?
Well, this over here is the construction site.
Oh, so this sign.
Construction offices over
Okay,
here.
so this is parking for people who want to walk through the gate then. Is that it? The visitor center?
This is where visitors would come in, and then they would approach the visitor center up front there.
Oh, the visitor center is behind the gate.
And well, it's in there to the back.
Oh, I see. So you approach it through this area.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, like I explained, we're still able to go in this area. You know, I'm not going to visit anybody, but
Yeah, visiting's on Saturday and Sundays.
Okay.
That we have here.
okay. All right. Well, sorry, E. Garcia, that I had to bring you out in a dark suit in this heat, but
Oh, that's
you're
fine.
doing your job,
That's
and
fine.
you guys are all wired for Afghanistan, so I get it. But now that we clarified everything, are we waiting for anybody else to come out here?
No.
No. Okay, we're good to go.
And we're clearly not detained, correct?
No.
All right. Well, now you guys know. If you see this again, you'll know what it is. But I can tell you, if you run into people that are doing this, they're not as cordial as we are. You know,
Some of
and
them
I
could
don't
be
have
pretty-
that attitude. You know, you get what you give, and I'm not looking for any elevated discourse with you guys. You guys are just doing your job. But the problem is, the whole issue is you're getting told something that is not correct, and you got to go by the policy, and the policy doesn't trump my right to film. That's the bottom line. So, you know, it's all good. So,
So, are you guys parked down the way? We have shift change right now, so we have cars coming
We're
in
not on
and
your
cars
property.
leaving. No, that's not what I was
No, we're
asking.
parked.
I'm just making sure that you guys aren't gonna, be walking on the roadway. That's all
oh
we care
no,
about.
do
at
I
this
look
point.
like I'm wearing a short bus head?
I'm just asking, just
Yeah,
so
no,
that everyone's
we're
careful
adults.
coming
When
in
we
and out.
walk back, we're not walking with our backs to traffic. We walk the opposite way.
Okay.
You know.
All right, just make sure you're being safe.
We are well versed in our safety. I appreciate your concern, and there we go. So you guys will all be on YouTube. That it ended up well.
Thank you.
Also,
You know.
just in case you don't know, the governor signed a bill in 2015 called the Right to Record Act. And it's Senate Bill 411.
All right.
But anything in public, your eyes can't be trespassed. Okay, anything in public you can film. I mean, you know, and that's what happened after 9/11. You go anywhere, you're being filmed. I mean, we do this to DEA buildings, FBI, all government officials. We're trying to
Post
show
offices.
transparency. Post offices have 14, 15 cameras in them, and everybody's getting upset. I've been battered numerous times by postal employees. You know,
Gotcha. I got
because they don't. Nobody
We got
wants to be on
assaulted earlier
camera,
today. It's
and I get
city
it.
hall.
Nobody wants to be on camera. I understand. I understand that. But you know, your emotions don't trump my right. You know, and I'm not out here putting cameras in people's faces. You know, and it would have been much better had I not been approached at all, because then I could have said, hey, Tehachapi Correctional Facility gets a pass. There was no engagement whatsoever. But once you come out beyond the no trespassing sign, that's a bad move, because, you know, your authority stops really behind those gates for the public. But I understand. You can come out and engage. I don't have an issue with it. You know, you can ask me whatever you want to ask, okay? You have that right, just like I have every right not to answer. So it's all good. So we'll leave it at that then.
All right, sir.
All right, E. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, right?
Lieutenant?
Yes.
And you're the public information officer.
That is correct.
So you,
Administrative assistant.
okay. So you're the guy that gets on the news to say, hey, those two guys that escaped, we made a boo-boo.
Hopefully that don't happen.
Hopefully not. But
That
you're
would
you're,
be
you're
my
the front
decision.
guy for the news.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When was the last time you were on the news? Not too long ago?
Not too. Nah, it's been a long time.
So what do you do other than when you address a situation like that? What's your function? You are dealing with calls or it's administrative work type of
Yes.
thing? Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
We appreciate
appreciate your
your
professionalism.
No problem. No problem.
All right.
You guys take care. Be safe, please.
Appreciate it.
When ordinary citizens face down authority with nothing but a camera, it's no longer just filming, it's a declaration. The lesson is clear. Public land belongs to the people. The right to film is constitutional. And staying silent in the face of overreach is nothing less than enabling injustice. What do you think of these situations? Leave a comment below so we can discuss together. Thank you for watching.